The hardest song I've ever written?
Yeah.
All of them. So you've been playing music all your life. I've spent a lot of time listening to your new EP, The Chronicles of a Teenage Mind, which I think is so beautiful. But I wanted to sort of put the table over to you and see if you wanted to ask me some questions. We can kind of go back and forth and just see where the conversation takes us. I remember the first time I heard you sing, it was at a fundraising concert in my backyard for the Sarah McLachlan School of Music. I think what struck me the most was this quiet joy that you exude. I loved watching you sing. You sang, I think it was Falling.
We just need a moment for time to be frozen so we can leave it all behind. Let's just keep falling, falling, falling deeper, falling like we are now.
You smiled all the way through. You were beaming, and I just thought, this is magic. I'm witnessing magic here. It was super powerful, and I thought, oh, this girl's gonna go far. Your EP is full of fun and lightheartedness. One of the songs has the good thing when you see it kind of slow. So boy, I'll repeat it. I could be that good thing. Oh, I love that. I just want to have the top down, sunshine, driving, having that blasting. It's so good.
Good thing when you see it. I know you're kind of slow, so boy, I'll repeat it. I could be that good thing. I could be that good thing. Recognize a good thing when you see it. I know you're kind of slow, so boy, I'll repeat it. I could be that good thing. I could be that good thing.
That was honestly the most fun that we had writing the EP. So at my high school, there's a lot of guys there who kind of adopted the whole player mentality. And so I wanted to have a song that would kind of make fun of them and just be like, okay, like you got to treat women with respect. So that's why in this song, there's a lot of references to this boy needing to grow up, use his voice for more than just sweet talk, and recognize a good thing when you see it. Recognize that women are valuable, that we're smart, that we're intelligent, and it's on you to recognize that. So I just wanted to poke fun at them, but also empower young girls to know that they're valuable and they are a good thing. And it's up to a guy to see that, not for them to prove it to them. So, yeah.
More great messages. Awesome.
Good thing when you see it. I know you're kind of slow, so boy, I'll repeat it. I could be that good thing. I could be that good thing. Recognize a good thing when you see it. I know you're kind of slow, so boy, I'll repeat it. I could be that good thing. I could be that good thing.
You seem so much wiser than your years at your age, which sounds condescending. I don't mean it to sound condescending.
No, it's all good.
At your young age, where does this confidence come from, and what song do you feel best represents that for you?
I think my confidence honestly comes from my parents, and they instilled from me from a very young age that we're worthy, that we're valuable, that we're smart, that we're intelligent. To be honest, growing up as a young Black woman in Coquitlam, where I'm from, where there wasn't a lot of people who looked like me, it was very hard to find confidence in being different from everybody else. But my parents always instilled in us that that was okay. It's okay to be different. I think that's where my confidence kind of comes from. And I think the song that represents that the most on the EP is I Am Enough.
Your songs tell me to love my skin, all of this melanin. You help me see the dark is beautiful. I am enough, and you.
I wrote that song with Desiree Dawson and Tanya. They're two amazing Vancouver musicians. I wanted to have a song on the EP that talked about my experiences growing up as a young Black woman. I don't think there's a lot of songs like that right now, especially for people my age to listen to. And I wanted to make sure that I had something that people could listen to and they would know too, okay, like to be Black is amazing. You are enough the way you are. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be proud of, because being Black is amazing. So I definitely wanted to have a song that would speak to that.
I am enough, you lift me up, you call my bluff, you make me see, I am enough, and ooh.
What I'm curious about is what you want to impart on the listener. Like, what is it you want them to take away from your music?
I think when we're going through certain situations, we usually feel like we're alone. With Loving You, for example, and Unrequited Love, um, sometimes it does feel like, oh my goodness, like, is it just me that like is not getting these feelings reciprocated? Like, is it just me in the world that's going through this?
Mm.
But a lot of us do. And so I hope that people listen to that and go, okay, like, while this sucks, like it's not just me and I can get through it. Same thing with I Am Enough as well. Just feeling confident in your skin and knowing that being dark is beautiful, even though the media doesn't tell us that all the time. Like, know that that's not true and that you are beautiful and being dark is a flex. It's amazing. With the last song too, Home, that one was written about just being scared about life after high school. And I think a lot of us tend to feel that way too after being in the school system for so long, being like, okay, like the real world's gonna begin. I don't know what's gonna happen. Home is wherever you create it to be. I think I just want people to know that they're not alone in what they're going through.
Well, I think that's so important, and I think music really offers that to people, that empathy and understanding. And sometimes when you hear something in a song that resonates really powerfully, where it's like you can't quite verbalize it yourself, but knowing that someone else is going through it, it makes you feel less alone. And I think that's one of the most beautiful gifts music has to give. You've been at the Sarah McLachlan School of Music. You're grade 12, yes?
I just graduated last year,
You
so I
graduated last year, that's right. Oh, I'm so behind the eight ball. I just wanted you to be at the school longer.
I wish I was. Such a beautiful place, honestly. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can tell me a little bit about the time you spent there.
So I started in grade 11 and I was super excited when I heard about the Somme, just because, again, coming from a huge family, a lot of us didn't really get the opportunity to do a lot of extracurriculars just because it would all get really expensive. So when I heard about the Somme and I heard that I'd be able to get a quality music education at no cost and burden to my family, I was super excited. I had Marley as my vocal coach and she's absolutely
That's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
I think also what I really loved about those lessons was it wasn't just about the music and the vocals and the technique, but it was also about building character and building myself to be a better person. It was super inspiring to see people who looked like me, in my teachers, in my friends, in the staff, and everybody there feeling like I belonged. It was so heartwarming and really made me feel at home. So thank you, Sarah, for being so kind and for everything. Honestly, without the Somme, I don't think I'd be the person who I am today at all. So thank you.
Oh, I mean, I feel so honored and over the moon every day that I get to be part of it and give the opportunity for kids to not only make music together, to play together, to learn and grow, but to, like you said, have a second home, a place where you can go and be yourself, whatever that might be, whatever that might look like, and be cherished and valued for that. Super excited for this new album, or I guess we call it an EP, don't we? And I look forward to hearing you sing again in person because
you
that was a joy.
You've always been a huge supporter of women. So thank you. But I want to know your take. Do you think female representation in the music industry right now, or even just in the Canadian music industry, do you think it's getting better? Do you think we're headed in the right direction?
Yeah, I think absolutely we're headed in the right direction. I think change is slow. We are working in systems built by men for men still. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing forward. We have to keep not letting people tell us we can't do things.
Oh, yes.
That's across the board. You know, it's like someone says, no, you can't do that. That's the first thing I want to do is prove them wrong. As women, we need to work that much harder, sadly, to push through and to insist that we're listened to and that we are respected. I mean, I'm super excited about your EP and the confidence that you exude. It's really, really inspiring.